Hello everyone. Now I am going to introduce about the general purpose graphic processing unit programming with Cuda. Now, I hope to develop these code using C++ in Cuda. In there, this is the main function. The main function allocates these variables. These variables initialized in there. After the run this program, there is the first output. There is please enter the element of the first matrix of the size 2 by 3 in there. After that we enter the first matrix of this. There is the for loop, and we store the first matrix in this scanf. This is for the second matrix of the, and this is the rest of our code. This is start of the kernel function. This launch configuration of the kernel function. This parallelize the kernel function to run on a GPU. First of all, let's make sure that our variables are accessible to the GPU to do this. In there, I allocate my variable using the function Cuda malloc manage this command places. Our variables in a memory space called unified memory that is available both to the GPUs and CPUs. In a system, Cuda malloc manage returns a point that you can then access from host and device code. In their Cuda free data in unified memory pass the pointer to the function Cuda. This specifies the launch configuration of the kernel to do this. In there we will use triple angle brackets. The first parameters in the triple angle bracket is the number of the thread block, which is our case for simplicity. This way each instance of the kernel will launch in an independent thread to ensure that CPU waits for the kernel to compile before continuing use the command Cuda device. After that we use this function. This function will be executed on the GPU and it is called from host. This function will be run by many threads in parallel. So identify its thread, we can use a read-only variable called block id x. Within it, block id x is unique within. Now being independently executed. Okay, now we can run the code. We press Ctrl F5 to run this code. Okay, now we can enter the first matrix of these. We enter 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Then press enter. Now you can enter the second matrix. I enter 2 to 7. After press the enter and you can see the result like that. Okay, finally we have written a function in C++ programming language that can execute on the GPU using Cuda.